All right, welcome to week 7. This week we're dealing with 2 chapters, so we're kind of through the frenetic part of the semester. We're dealing with chapter 22 on Russia and chapter 23 on Europe. We have 3 assignments due this week, of course, the weekly forum, the weekly quiz, and then you've got your third group writing assignment, which is basically a regional analysis. I think you should select one of the regions that are in the text, and then basically your group's mission is to update that, right? Because I mean, this is basically leading up to Trump. So we've got about 4 years of analysis that needs to be done, and I think that's plenty of time. You've got contemporary events. There's events over the last 4 years that have critically affected your region. I mean, to some extent, you should look at this as how has Trump affected U.S. regional relations in this area. As far as the forum goes, and for that matter, the quiz, we want to look in terms of Russia, U.S.-Russian relations. Of course, the fact is that everything over the last 50 years has been inflected either by the Cold War or by the post-Cold War in our relations with then the Soviet Union and, of course, now Russia. And, of course, the big problem now is that Russia is no longer the Soviet Union. To some extent, the Soviet Union was the Russian Empire, and it had all the sins of empire built within it. And so the problem for Russia is that they yearn to be an empire again. They yearn to have Ukraine and the Baltic states and Georgia and Kyrgyzstan and all these other countries again as part of its constituent whole. But the peoples of those countries don't want to be a part of Russia. And so that has insinuated a degree of insecurity into Russian politics that affects their near abroad, I love that phrase, but also U.S.-Russian relations. As far as Europe goes, of course, again, the post-World War II era, I think the stupendous changes from the 1950s to the 1990s in achieving greater and greater levels of integration into what is now the European Union, and whether that project will continue. I think these are really important questions going forward. So I think we've got a great, really interesting and engaging week. These are really interesting issues, and I hope you guys will take this material, really seriously. We're almost to the finish line. I know it's been a lot of material, and we're doing a lot of work in a short period of time, but I hope you can, bear down and stick with it this week. Okay, let's have a great week.